Okay, you're going to, I do have 42 squares, so half of that is 21 here. Otherwise, you need to find half of the page. Okay, 21 and 21. Yeah, I'm good. Half of the page, mark it like so. And also find half of that line. Mine is 30. So I'm gonna start at 15. Mark 15 for the middle of the page. And from that point, let's move up 2 squares. And you're gonna start measuring your good old 7 and 4. So 7 and 4. Count them right. Okay? 7 and 4. And connect the dots, but do it with a soft line and with your, don't do it by hand. Softly. Do it also on the other side from the origin that I asked you. 7 and 4. And connect the dots. Don't go too far. Now, notice how, if this is, can you see a right triangle? Actually, it looks like this. The side of the triangle is 7. The height is 4. What is this called in trigonometry? Who knows? Hypotenuse. So it's the longer of the sides, right? Notice that if you measure it, oh, nicely, it's 8. So let's make a line from here, the origin, length of 8 squares. In fact, do it at every, we're gonna go up to here. So we're gonna go give this a length of 7. In fact, you're not gonna need this. I see. So at this point, mark 8 in the vertical dimension. And 8. So you have 3 lines with a length of 8, a height of 8, which corresponds to the hypotenuse of this triangle. 8, 8, 8. If you connect the dots, again, those lines will be 30 degrees. Just like the bottom. Now we're gonna convert this into a cube. The cutest cube. A cute cube. Go 7. I know this is 7. Bueno, let me make it more evident. 7 and 4. And complete the cute cube by joining those points softly. Like so. Okay. Now you're going to work on the right side face by marking increments of 2. 2, 4, and 6. Notice that it's a little bit on the side of the guideline. And do the same on the top. Center 8. And here's 2, 4, 6. Uh-huh. Then connect in a way that you can see the grid line so that you can compare and contrast, compare and check that it's parallel. Okay, the edge, place the edge of the ruler in a way that you can see the guideline and connect. But they should look very vertical. There you have it. And we're going to mark the sides also in segments of 2. 2, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. And create a grid by connecting the dots. Am I moving too fast? I hope not. Now using separate segments, you're gonna darken what I'm showing. And what do I mean by separate segments? Don't do this in one, bueno, you're gonna create a zigzag. Y qué feo. Okay. Zig, zag, zig, and then zag. But do it in separate segments. Don't do it in one single stroke, because then the corners would look round. To that we say no. Separate segments, please. Oh, me faltó zag. And you can go past the intersections a little to emphasize the corners. You can go past. And the reason I ask you to draw softly is because you're going to erase much of this. Not everything, but it's okay to leave a little ghost of the lines, but not heavy lines. Okay. Now let's divide this also in segments of 2, but you're not going to make a grid. 2, 4, 6. Also on this one, 2, 4, 6. Do it here as well. 2, 4, 6. But you're not going to use all of them for now. Very softly draw a line from here to here and from here to here. Just as well, you're going to mark segments of 2 on the side, 2, 4, 6. It should fall in a grid line. And center 8, 2, 4, 6. And you're going to connect the first 2 very softly. And the bottom 2, this with that very softly, like an L shape in isometric. And the reason is you're going to draw a line heavy only here and here. How about that? We're moving relentlessly. Now, here we're going to mark, again, segments of 2, center 6, and here's 2, 4, and 6. We're gonna do something different here. We're gonna cascade down a couple of lines from 4 very softly and 2. The first 2. I'm not sure this is vertical. Well, notice you can connect this with the bottom, but only draw it here. Like this bottom marking with the top marking, and you do only half of the distance. Okay, I'm talking about this marking on the bottom, aligning it with the marking on the top, and I did it right. Okay. Like cascading from above, because you're not gonna use the whole line. Oh, from this corner, you're gonna need this line as well. Now, if you measure 2 from this corner down, you can connect this with that. But you need to measure 2. Do it softly first, because you're gonna finish heavy later. This line is 2. On this next line, you're gonna measure 2 and 4. 2 and 4, which corresponds to that point 2. So this is a length of 2, this is a length of 2 and 4. I mean, a length of 4, but you're gonna mark 2 and 4. And you're gonna connect dots. So again, sketch lightly. Now you're gonna connect this corner to the marking of 4. I think this line needs to be longer. Because on this line, you're gonna mark 2, 4, and 6. That way you connect number 4, I mean the mark of 4 with the back, and this with that. Same. And while you are there, you're gonna connect this with the mark of 6. And the rest is history. So ahora sí, you can finalize with heavy line weights. When you have the shape well defined. With your bare hands, free hand. Have a nice isometric view of a stairway to heaven. Ensure that you darken all the edges that belong. These ones, because I take 5 points off if you miss one edge. This is evident, a big edge, but this one, many people miss this one. So observe, stand back, and ask yourself, myself, did I do all the edges? Oh, I'm missing this one. And there you have it. Clean it up a little with your trusty kneaded eraser, but you can leave some ghosts behind just to show your work, how you develop this. Everybody good?